Hello, my name is Diana Lopez Cartagena, and today I'm going to talk to you about Albert Bandura and his social learning theory. Let's get started. Albert Bandura's early life. Albert Bandura was born on December 4th of 1925 in the small town of Bandura, Canada. He was the youngest of 6 children and the only boy. His parents migrated from Europe to Canada at a very young age. Bandura is from Polish and Ukrainian descent. Bandura's parents had a lot of influence in his life. They pushed him to work hard for what he wanted in life. He attended a small elementary school and high school with very limited resources, yet great success rate. After graduating high school, Bandura worked filling holes in the Alaskan highways. Now that we have known some of Bandura's early life, we can keep going to his professional and personal life. Here's a picture of Albert Bandura. Okay, so moving on to his early professional and personal life. Albert Bandura graduated from the University of British Columbia with a bachelor's in psychology in 1949. In 1952, he started working on his PhD at the University of Iowa. Bandura started his interest in the learning theory at this time. He also met Virginia Barnes. She was an instructor in the nursing school. He married Virginia, and they had 2 daughters soon after graduating. After receiving his PhD, he started working at Wichita Guidance Center in Kansas. Some more of Bandura's early professional life. Bandura started teaching at Stanford University in 1953. In 1974, he was elected president of the American Psychologists Association, which also stands for APA. The American Psychological Association is the largest association of psychologists in the world. In 1980, he received the APA Award for Distinguished Scientific Contributions. Let's keep moving on. Some of Bandura's career. Robert Sears was the first one to influence Bandura. Sears' work on familiar background of social behavior learning. Bandura's first research was on the role of social modeling in human motivation. Richard Walters was his first graduate student, and he helped him publish Adolescent Aggression in 1959. Walter and Bandura both engaged in a social learning and aggression study. They both played an important role in human behavior learning that later opened to an observation learning research. We can keep moving on. Now that we know his early life, his early professional life, and his career life, now we can talk about the social learning theory, which Bandura is known for. Bandura's initial research consisted on analyzing the foundations of human learning and the willingness of humans on imitating others' behavior. Based on this study, he developed the social learning theory. The social learning theory emphasizes the importance of observation, modeling, and imitation in learning. In 1986, the social learning theory was changed to the social cognitive theory. It approaches human beings as self-organizing, proactive, self-reflecting, and self-regulating. He moved from the idea of a complex and reciprocal relation between human behavior and environmental factors. Bandura also stressed the roles of individuals' cognitive, affective, and biological factors. Another experiment Bandura did was the Bobo doll experiment. In 1961, Bandura executed his Bobo doll experiment, in which researchers physically abused an inflatable clown face in front of preschool-age children. This experiment led to children mimic the adults' behavior by attacking dolls the same way. On that picture there we can see how at first we have that woman attacking the clown, and then in the two pictures we have the little boy and the little girl attacking that clown the same way. This shows that children are always watching what we do. Therefore, as teachers, we have to be on our best behavior, because they not only mimic our behavior, but they also mimic others, their classmates' behavior. Alright, we can move on to other pioneers that influenced Albert Bandura. Clark L. Hall, he established the basic principle of behavioral science to explain the behavior of individual and social behavior. He's known for his behaviorism theory. Neil A. Miller, he developed a theory of motivation based on the satisfaction of psychosocial drives by combining elements of a number of earlier reinforcement theories of behavior and learning. Last but not least, we have Kenneth Spence. He attempted to develop a comprehensive theory of behavior to incorporate conditioning and other forms of learning. So, the three pioneers that mostly influenced Albert Bandura were Clark Hall, Neil Miller, and Kenneth Spence. Now we can move on to Bandura's current life. Bandura has published several books that explore social cognitive theory, self-organization, and regulation, and self-efficacy. He has won many awards, including the award in psychology in 2008. Bandura is often described as the greatest living psychology. Yes, because Bandura is still alive. He's 94 years old, by the way. He has been placed in fourth as the most frequently cited psychologist of all time. Albert Bandura currently continues his research and teachings at Stanford University. Here we also have a picture of Albert Bandura. As we can see, he's still alive and he's 94 years old, like I already said. Now we can move on to Bandura's influence. Teachers should be familiar with Bandura's social learning theory because it can help students reach their potential. Students imitate other students' behavior as well as their teachers' behavior. Like I said earlier, as a teacher and an educator, we should always try our best for our children. This theory also pushes teachers to set higher goals for themselves and for their students. Bandura's social learning theory, which is also known as the social cognitive theory, allows teachers to have a better understanding that children do not only learn from reinforcement, but also by observing and imitating others' behavior. Now, today we learn a lot about Albert Bandura. This is a picture of him again. He's still alive. He's one of the greatest psychologists that's still alive. He is from Canada, but is currently living in the United States, and he is still teaching at Stanford University. As a teacher, we also have to be familiar with his theory. And this is our bibliography, and these are our sources. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you have a great week.